detected. Curious.
What's that?
So in my last video I talked a bit about playing Fallout 4 as Felix and how I was going to play him. So in this one I'm going to go into some backstory and how he's in this setting in the first place. So the first thing that I was wondering as I was going on with this... Oh, hang on, Super Mutant Suicider, let me just watch that blow up. There we go, forgot about that. So the first thing I wanted to know is, who is Nora in this? Who is this woman who is married to Felix Millstone, and why is she not me? Never mind, didn't say that. Now, fandom is known for shipping and pairing characters and being very invested in pairing said characters. So, the Outer Worlds fandom is no different. There's no shortage of fanfiction all over the internet. Mostly it tends to be the captain. So I did consider that the captain could be Nora, but I didn't want my captain or anybody's captain, or any character from the Outer Worlds really, to die. And that's why I've never played the Outer Worlds on Supernova, and probably never will. So, not wanting to have that be there, I needed to include somebody to be the spouse. It's kind of strange because I've never had to consider the backstory and why somebody has children before.
We got assigned with all our compartmentalism.
So in the past I've never had a problem with role-playing characters who are parents, because it's kind of a personal thing to me. At the time that Fallout 4 first came out, my own son, who surprisingly enough is also called Sean, was a baby. And so playing as a parent has never really been something that I've struggled with before. But Felix Millstone with a wife and kid, it seemed a little strange to me, especially given that... I mean, I don't exactly know how old he is, but he's very young compared to the sole survivor. So I had to get a little bit creative with the backstory, and I've caught with something a little bit strange, but that's my brain for you. So, the title of this video was Who is Nora? But this isn't really a story about Nora, this is a story about Nate. So Nate, or Nathaniel Perkins to give him his full name, that's the name I've given to him anyway, was a US Army veteran, as in the default backstory, and in this case, when he came back from combat, he didn't want any more of that. He decided that he was going to just become an author. He was writing sci-fi novels. And the story that he came up with was one about corporate nonsense in a faraway colony, and, well, it's the plot of the Outer Worlds. The difference being that there is no choose-your-own captain in the book version of the Outer Worlds that Nate wrote. Instead, the protagonist was a young athlete by the name of Felix Millstone. So, anyway, he was close to finishing his book when the bombs fell, they had to run off to Vault 111, and the beginning of Fallout 4 happened. Many years later, Nate's released from Vault 111, starts looking for his son, and along the way discovers the Freedom Trail, finds his way to Railroad headquarters, and manages to just about get in there and talks to Deacon, talks to Desdemona about why he's there and that he's looking for his son and that he wants to take down the Institute. And unfortunately around that time he then collapses and dies due to radiation poisoning. Now, Deacon has seen something in this guy Nate, and he realises that they need this guy. And so, similar to Curie's quest, where they find a synth whose memory transfer hasn't quite gone as it was supposed to, and they transferred Nate's memories into a synth. But the trouble is, because Nate was already dead, and that's not something they usually do, it didn't quite go as planned. So he's having a little bit of an identity crisis, and now he believes that he is in fact Felix Millstone, drop kicker extraordinaire. And so that's where we are with the backstory, and I've waffled on at length about this now. But yeah, there you go. Now you know why Felix is in Fallout 4 and that he's actually an escaped synth. And so, I'm looking forward to how this goes, and we're going to ignore that one terminal that has his name because, you know, square peg, round hole, all that stuff. So, yeah, I have come up with this wild backstory that makes absolutely no sense, and I wanted to talk to you about it. So, thank you very much for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you want some more, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.